Hello, everybody out there. How are you all doing? It's so lovely to meet you all on this platform. And I will be your new host. I'm sure you'll all be wondering who is this person. First time seeing me in PSTV, right? So I'm a new addition to PSTV family. And I take this moment to extend a warm welcome to everyone who is joining me live on this platform all across the world. Right? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining me at this point of time. We're going live with a new topic, and I'll be here every day, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., hosting this new brand topic that we've got for you. Right? Okay. So before jumping into the topic, what is the, I'm sure you will be curious. You're looking forward to know what topic is it, right? It's a new session, I said, and it's a new topic that we're going to discuss about. So you will be wondering what the topic is. But let's have a small icebreaker to get to the topic. How's that, right? If you want to know, if you want to know what the topic that we're going to talk about, then let's have a small icebreaker. It's very simple. Are you ready for the icebreaker, guys? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful people joining in still. I think, yeah, we'll just wait for like maybe 20 seconds because a lot of people are coming in and they're joining us. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And it's beautiful to connect with all the beautiful and graceful girls and brilliant boys here, my students, my lovely students. Right. Okay. Great. Okay, so I was talking about the icebreaker. I was talking about icebreaker to know the topic that we're going to discuss in this session. So I want you all to select, like, think of one person, right? It can be your, a mother, father, sister, a cousin, a friend, anyone. Okay, so think of that one person, and you need to type in the comments section what is that one thing that you share in common with that person, right? So we all share some things which are in common with some of the people, but then there will also be something that we share which is not so common and we are different, right? So first section is I want you to type and tell me what is it that you share in common with that person. For example, I take my sister, and me and my sister just love summer more than rainy seasons, right? So this is something that we share in common. So let's see what other things that I get to see from all of you. Something in common with your sibling, your mother, father, friend, anyone. Okay. Yes. Come on, keep writing on the comment section. Okay. Great. Now, the other thing is that you also have to write one thing that is not common between you both. The same person, something that is not common between you and that person you chose, it's different, right? So, the difference between you and that person. So, my sister and me, she likes sweets, but I like spicy food. So, this is something we share, which is not so common, which is different between us, right? Okay, let's see the differences between you and the person you have chosen to talk about. Okay, okay, I see a lot of similarities and differences coming in the comment section. That's beautiful. Okay, now can you take a guess? What could the topic be? We're talking about differences. We're talking about similarities. What it can be? Any guesses? Any guesses? Come on. Okay. Nothing so far. Okay. Should I give it up? Should I give the answer? Right. Okay. Let me introduce to the topic. So we are talking about debate, right? So today we are going to give the introduction to debating. It's a skill, of course. It's another skill, and we'll see a lot under this section. But today we're going to just introduce the topic, some basic terminologies, right? And why did I give you the example of similarities and differences? Are you able to connect the dots? If yes, give me a thumbs up or a smiley. Okay, I'm getting some thumbs up. I'm getting some smileys too. Okay, that means you have got the connection. Okay, let me explain to it, everyone. So, debating is all about sharing different perspectives, different viewpoints about a particular topic that is under discussion, right? So, we all are so diverse, isn't it? So, being such, coming from such diverse backgrounds, we will be bound to have diverse opinions and diverse thinking patterns, thoughts about any particular topic that we talk about, right? So that is why I'm sure that now you connect the icebreaker and the topic, why it was given to you, right? To get it validated that as humans we're bound to have different opinions and diverse thinking. So that's why debating is there. Debating is nothing but where you discuss those opposing points or different viewpoints that you have about that particular topic. Okay. So moving on, let's quickly look at today's special. Like, what are we going to cover in our next 50 minutes of this session, right? Just an overview. Let me just take you through that. So first, we have kickstarting the day, where what happens? You have been seeing a lot of sessions that is happening on PSTV, isn't it? Right? Storytelling, blogging. So what happens in the kickstarting of the day? It's nothing but I'm going to introduce to you a beautiful quote that will give us the energy and motivation to keep us going till the end of this session. Brilliant, right? Great. Then we have this or that, a little bit of fun, right, in between. It's not really like just learning. Learning with fun is what we focus on, right? That makes our learning more exciting and more deeper. So this or that, and coincidentally, this or that today, the fun activity will also help us to validate that we all have diverse opinions. Okay, and then we go to what are we learning today are definitely about debating, and I'm going to introduce to some of the basic concepts in debating that we all are supposed to know, and then we have quiz fills, again a little bit of fun, and then we have technical terms of debating, some of the terminologies which are very specific for debate, right? So we will also understand some of those technical terms. And then we have practice round where we will implement all that we have learned before, that is some of the basic concepts that we have learned and some of the terminologies that we have used, but that we use in debate. So we do that in a practice round with an example, a practical example. Okay. And then we go to what we learned so far. So this is a time to reflect and see how much we have understood from this whole session, and probably a time to revisit if there is something that we have not understood. We can take it up and do our homework for it, right? So that's how the today's session has been lined up for us. So with that, let's get started. That is kickstarting the day with a beautiful quote, as I told you. Let's read the quote. There are many different opinions and many different people, and we recognize that. Melissa Tezons, right? A beautiful quote, isn't it? So this is what I was telling, right? We all are same but different, right? We are same because we are all humans, right? We all can talk. We all have two eyes, two ears, right? Some things which are very, basic, and we all share these things in common. But there are things that we also share which are not so common, which are different, and that is basically our thoughts, our opinions, the thinking pattern, right? That is really very, very different for each one of us because we are diverse beings, as I told you. And it is very important that we actually respect each other's opinions and thinking patterns. And the first step for that is to recognize that we all share different opinions. Okay, beautiful. So that is a nice quote to start with for today's topic. Now we will go to the next section, that is this or that, right? So what I want is you all have to tell me in the comment section, um, which one would you choose? I'm going to give you two options, right? Between these two, which one would you choose, right? So there's first one. Let me show the question. That is, visiting the universe or the deep ocean. Which one would you choose, right? Visiting the universe or the deep ocean. Which one would you choose? Each one of you, let me know. Let me know from in the comment section. In the comment section, what you want to share. I'm seeing. Okay. Okay. Let me also give my opinion. This or that, like, I would like to explore the deep oceans. I would like to explore the deep oceans. There's so much of life within, right? There's like such colorful corals, the kind of species that exist under deep oceans. It just mesmerizes me. I would like to go and explore the deep oceans. Let me see who else wants to explore the same. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go to the next one. So, next question is reading minds or manipulating actions? Tricky, but then let's see. We have to choose one. So, life is full of choices, and we need to choose one. We will have like in every step of our life, we will have like so many choices, and we need to pick just one. So, let's pick one: reading minds or manipulating actions. Okay. Again, diverse opinions coming in, diverse opinions coming in. So this is what Kanupriya Sharma says, reading minds. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I would also go with the same thing, Kanupriya. Okay, great. Now the next slide. Just a minute, a glitch. Okay. Knowing the past or predicting the future? Come on, tell me. Which one? Knowing the past or predicting the future? Do you want to know what you were, before this human life? Do you want to know what you had become before or in the past, or do you want to predict what would happen in the future? Let's see. What would you do? I think I would choose predicting the future. Past, I don't have any chance to go and change it, but knowing the future, at least I can use it for better. So, predicting the future. Okay, next one. Learning a new dance style or a new language. What would you choose? Learning a new dance style or a new language. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I would say a new language. I think language is so important. I do speak 5 languages as of now, but then I want to learn more languages so that I can connect to people wherever I go. And I think language is the basis to connect to people. So I would definitely love to learn a new language. Okay, okay, beautiful. Next one: watching a movie or reading a novel. What would you choose? Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Type it in the comment section. I'm seeing for more comments coming in. Okay. Different opinions again, different opinions again. Hmm. Some say reading a novel, some say watching a movie. Okay. I would go with watching a movie. I like movement. So I would enjoy when things are moving in front of me rather than just like I can't really sit in one place and read books for a long time. So I would say watching a movie. Okay. Now that comes that with that we come to the this and that section is over with that. Okay, we come to the end, and now we're going for an important um, very important part of PSTV, the learning, right? What are we going to learn? So we are here to learn something new every day and to add value for ourselves. So let's see what we're going to learn today. As I told you, basic concepts of debating and the terminologies that is used in debating. For that, let's first explore what is actually debating, right? Let's understand by definition what debating actually means, right? So, a debate is a discussion on a particular matter between two teams in which opposing arguments are put forward and which usually ends with a vote, right? So, with this definition, we understood what that is discussion, right? In debate, there is usually a discussion. It's a platform for discussing your opinions. There's a huge difference between, like, going to an argument mode or something. It's more a formal discussion that happens in TV. You present your opinions, your viewpoints, but in a formal way, maintaining the dignity of that forum. Okay. Yes, so debate is a discussion on a particular matter, a particular topic, which is present in the table, and you have two teams. So you have team A and team B, who actually kind of tells their points. So point part team A will be talking for the topic, and team B will be talking for against the topic. Okay, this is how a basic debating happens. Now we'll see a little more on debating. Definitely, the historical occurrences. It's very important to understand any particular subject that we're learning. Where do you use it, and where have they been using this particular skill? Right. Whatever we use, we need to be able to uh, put it in practice in daily life, or like we need to use it. Where can we use this particular skill that we are talking about? Debating, right? So it is said that in meetings we have debating, because if there is an idea which comes up in a meeting, to understand the feasibility of that particular idea, you will have two teams who will talk about the positive, the negatives, some things which might work, which will not work. So all these things will be discussed in a format of debate. And in academic institutions for competitions, we use debating. Okay. And as I told you, it involves a formal discussion. Okay. We don't shout, we don't scream, right? But there is the dignity for that particular space and that particular forum that where you're standing and talking, putting out your opinions and perspectives. So you have to maintain that decorum. Okay. It's a formal discussion, it's a conversation, but you share your opinions. Okay, and often includes a moderator and an audience, right? So moderator, what does the moderator do? So if the two teams are kind of deviating from the topic which is under discussion, the moderator is like, hey, we are deviating from the topic, we need to come back. So this is what the moderator does. He will try to bring us back to the focus of the particular topic discussion. Okay. So this includes a moderator and definitely audience. You have the audience. Without audience, I think any particular thing is incomplete. So audience, we do have audience in this segment. Okay. So then we will go on to understand what are the various kinds of formats where debate can be uh, done. In what formats can the debates be done, right? So there are different formats, and for today we are going to see about two teams, two match teams. Primarily, they are conducted between two match sides, which are represented by two teams. Okay, so match sides. What does match sides mean? So if you will have like say five people on one side, then you should have five people on the other side as well. Okay, so if you have, sometimes you may have to even consider about the age. You cannot have like 8-year-old boy competing against a 16-year-old boy. Then it is not a match side. Okay, so we need to consider all these things, and that is why it is called a match side. A debate is always between a match sides. Okay, and which is represented by two teams. Okay, right. Now we'll get into some particular terminologies which is in relation with debate. So the speakers in debate are particularly called as debaters. The speakers in debate are particularly called as what? Debaters. Okay. So the speakers, which are called debaters from the two teams in a debate, deliver speeches for and against the topic. So this is the crux of debate. Okay. So the debaters, what they do is, for who's talking for the topic, they kind of tend to bring out all the reasons, all the supporting documents, all the positives about that particular topic. Why they feel that this particular statement or the topic which is given for discussion is right. Why do they stand for the topic, right? Supporting that particular point. And there is against the other team who talks about against the topic, which is why they don't agree with that particular topic or that particular opinion which has been put on for discussion. So they bring out all the negative or the reasons and supporting documents which support telling that this is why I stand against this topic. Okay, so basically this is the crux of your debate subject. So there is for and against the topic. There are two teams who are talking about for and against the topic. Okay. In some formats, the debates also ask the other team questions after speeches. So it's not just that you listen to each other's opinions. Sometimes you all in debate, what happens is you also can question that particular team. If you don't understand how is that particular point supporting the topic under discussion, you can ask them questions. Can you please explain how is this actually supporting your point, right? This is how you can also ask questions after the speech is done. Once you give them time, let them explain everything, and then if you still have confusion, you can get it clarified by just simply cross examining them. And cross examination is nothing but questioning them to get clarity on your doubt. Okay, so that's the first segment. So I hope you understood so far what is debating, what's the basic thing that happens in debating, and some of the basic terminologies. That is, the speakers are called debaters, and there also exists cross examination at the end of the speeches if you have anything to be clarified. So this is what we have seen so far, and I hope you are learning something new about this, right? And we go to one more fun time, right? Fun section, that is quiz fizz. A lot of us love Harry Potter, and today's theme is around Harry Potter. We will be posing some questions about Harry Potter, and then let's see who can actually answer these questions, right? Um, so a lot of us love Harry Potter so much, right? So let's test the knowledge of Harry Potter right now. First one, what was the actual name of Voldemort? What was the actual name of Voldemort? Come on, people, type in your answer in the comment section. Let's see who can answer this. What was the actual name of Voldemort? Yes, please type it in the comment section. Let me see it. Okay, time to give us the answer. Let's see the answer. Tom Riddle. Right. Some of them did answer this. So beautiful. You got that right. So we'll move on to the next one. What was Ron Weasley's pet? What was Ron Weasley's pet? Yes. Type in the comment section and tell me what was Ron Weasley's pet. Okay. Different answers coming in. Huh. Some of them have got it right. So let's see the answer. Rat. Right. That was right. Rat and right. Okay. Next one. What was Harry's mother's name? What was Harry Potter's mother's name? Type it in the comment section. Got it. Okay. So let's see the answer. It's Lily Potter. Perfect. Okay. The last but no, second one. Yeah. Who is the Mughal? Who is the Mughal? Right? What do you think? Who's the Mughal? Okay. Let's see the answer now. A person who lacks magical abilities, and that person is called a Mughal. I think a new word to add into your dictionaries, right? A new word that we have learned. So, a person who lacks magical abilities. Okay, the last question in Quiz Fizz. Who was the half-blood prince? Who was the half-blood prince? Yes, that's the question. Answers coming in. Okay. Some smileys, which are like, confused. No problem. Try. Okay. Can we see the answer? Right? We'll just see the answer. Professor Snape. Okay. Right, I think that was the end of quiz fizz, a little more fun that we added in between our learning segments to bring back that energy to keep us going till the last of the session, right? Okay, now we go to again learning section, which is again important part as I told you to learn, to keep the learner within us alive, to keep the learner within us alive. So let's go on and learn some more things about debating. Some technical terms of debating again. The first word is preposition. What is preposition in relation with debating topic? So in formal debate, a preposition is nothing but the topic, the motion, or resolution on which the discussion is to be held. So basically, what it is the topic on which you're going to have discussion on, right? So both the parties, the team A and team B, are going to discuss their opinions, their perspectives, their views on a particular topic that has been decided, and that is what is called preposition. Got it? So that's our first technical term for debating. Moving ahead, other terminologies which are in relation with debating topic is the affirmative side. So this side is always in favor of the topic and presents arguments supporting the topic. So as I told you, so I said there's a team which talks for the topic, and that particular side is called the affirmative side. Okay, so this is the side which is in favor of the topic, and that team will present all the positive points, all the supporting details which will be in favor of that topic, and they give all the reasons, why their points are valid. That is what the affirmative side does. Now then we should have another team, the opposing team. So what is that particular team called? That is called the negative side. So the negative side is nothing but the one who is talking against the topic. The team which is talking against the topic. Here they try to present all their arguments opposing the topic. Why they oppose that particular topic? Why do they say that that particular topic is not true? So they have to give all the supporting details to prove that this topic is not uh, right, right. So basically in the negative side they point out all the negative points about that particular point. Okay, right. So we saw the affirmative side, the negative side, and next terminology in debating is cross questioning. As I told you, both the teams ask each other questions after their respective speeches, and the aim of this round is to promote a kind of discussion. In any particular area, to understand a subject, I think it's very important to have a discussion around that particular topic. Only then we can understand the holistic point of that particular topic, right? So in cross questioning or cross examination, what happens is both the parties, both the teams get the chance to ask questions uh, to each other. So the main aim, the pure intent behind this is to promote a kind of discussion and learn more things. Okay, so probably sometimes we are not aware of complete different perspective of that particular topic. So when the other team presents that, we will be like, okay, this also exists. We learn something from that, right? So let's, as I keep telling, let's have the learner within us alive and look for learnings in everything, right? Okay. The next terminology, refutation. So refutation is nothing but an attack on the opponent's argument. So refutation is the attack on the opponent's argument. Then we have another terminology, that is rebuttal. It is the defense of the team's argument in light of the opponent's attack. So there will be so if the team is actually saying something, and if you don't agree with that particular point, you actually present your points in defense of that particular argument. So that is called rebuttal, right? So we now go to practice round. So it's time for us to actually put this into practice. Like until unless we actually put all these things into practice, I don't think our learning is complete. Our journey is complete. Okay. So for that, let's actually see um, all the things that we have learned so far. How do we actually use it in a proper debating topic? Okay. So, for example, the proposition, the topic for the practice round, which is here, is that this house proposes that online teaching is better than offline teaching. So, how many of you agree with this? Let's have a group right now here. How many want to say that, online teaching is better than offline teaching? So, whoever puts their thumbs up for this, they will be talking for the topic. That is, they agree that online teaching is better than offline teaching. Okay. So we should also have another team that is for against, arguing against this particular topic. So they will be telling that why online teaching is not better than offline teaching, meaning why do they feel that offline teaching was better? You need to actually look at it in a different light. Okay. So do you want to, anyone in the comment section, if you can tell me why you think online teaching is better than offline teaching? Definitely there will be something that you are enjoying about online teaching right now, right? I'm sure that you're all missing offline teaching, but still there will be some positives. Some of us are really enjoying online teaching. So let's see what are their points. Why are they enjoying online teaching? Okay, the affirmative side, as I told you, who brings out the pros of online teaching, the advantages of online teaching. You need to support this topic by bringing out all the supporting details um, in this section, the affirmative side, right? So, for example, from my point of view, online teaching is actually good because time constraints, the space constraint that is not there, right? Anyone can join from any particular space, and you don't have to really come to one particular point of space to learn something. So online teaching is good that way that you don't have to travel the distance. You can access the knowledge from wherever you are. So that's one advantage that I can think of when I say online teaching, right? Online teaching is good because you have the freedom to attend the classes from wherever. And I think it saves a lot of energy traveling up and down to schools or colleges or offices or whatnot, right? So I think online teaching is good in that way. Any other points in the comment section? Yeah, I read something. Because in offline, we can get the attraction of te- uh, teachers easily. Neha Patel says because in offline, we get the attraction of teachers easily. Okay, that's a beautiful student point of view because I've been talking from a teacher perspective. It's nice, Neha, adding the student perspective. Any more points from the student perspective? Because as a teacher, I do think in terms of it's very easy for me to use different kinds of and also solve our doubts. Neha Patel again says, and also solve our doubts. Okay, fastly. It happens fastly in online sheets. Yes, that's a very valid, that's a very nice point Neha is bringing for us. Because offline, most of the times, what happens is we tell that, okay, you have a doubt, let's clear it tomorrow, right? It might get extended to at least one day. But in online, it's not like that. You get the clarification. Sorry, in offline, we get clarification. You can go to that person back and take the clarification that you need on particular topic. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's about offline. And now the negative side opposes the topic, brings out the pros of offline teaching and cons of online teaching. So I think Neha has presented um, the pros of offline teaching. I think Neha has presented the pros of offline teaching. Okay, beautiful. Any other pros now for offline teaching? Offline teaching, I think I can relate to children much better. From a teacher point of view, I would like to be in contact with my children, actually see them what they're doing, right? So in offline, it would be much better for me to really understand what they're really getting or what they're not getting. If they're not getting my points, I can actually sit there and explain them. But in online, becomes very difficult. It's a little difficult for me to track how many students are really following what I'm telling. So that's um, that's what I think the pros of offline is. And offline also, I think we get that social interaction, right? You get to talk with your friends, you get to play, you can get you do discussions around the table during your lunchtime, right? You do a lot of recapping of the topic which you have learned in the previous class. So this can all happen in an offline session, but online I think it's difficult to again connect back everyone in a conference call. This becomes very, you know, clumsy. So I think offline is good that way. You can actually interact and exchange thoughts and opinions, what they have understand from that particular class, right? So that's another pro of the advantage of offline teaching. And another big advantage of offline, what I see is in nowadays we are hooked up to our computers, mobiles, tabs, right, to attend the classes. The kind of radiations that's really a big concern for most of the parents, and of course as a teacher I'm also concerned. So I think in offline we could have better concentration on our health related things, right? We avoid a lot of radiations coming in contact with these harmful radiations from the screens that is emitting continuously. So yeah, so that those are the pros of offline teaching. Now, this is how a debate would be. So each one, whoever thinks that offline teaching is better, they would take up the negative side to prove that why online teaching is bad. But whoever thinks online teaching is good, they go into the affirmative side and tell that they give all the positive points for online teaching and negative points for offline teaching. Okay, perfect. Now it's time to understand how much we have learned so far, right? So we have understood. Let me just recap to you what we have been doing from 5 p.m. We have started this session. So from someone who has just joined now, I'll just give a quick recap what we have discussed so far. We understood what debating is as a definition, and we also understood some of the terminologies which is involved in this. That is a preposition. A preposition is nothing but the topic on which debate will happen. And then we have um, cross examination, that is after the discussion between the two teams, the team A and team B, you get to question each other's. If you want to get some clarification, you do cross examination, you can question them. And then you have refutal and rebuttal. And then we also discussed about the specific word that is given for the speakers in debate, that is debaters. Okay, so this is what we have seen so far. And now we go into examining ourselves what we have learned. Okay, so the first question here is, true or false, debates originated in ancient Japan. So there's a quick history that I would like to actually include here. Let me tell something about the history of debate, right? It all started like very long time, like in the ancient Roman Greek times, It was almost like 900 years back. That's where, like, that's the time frame, like that if we travel backwards 9,000 years backwards, it debates existed from then in Roman ancient and Greek times, and also in ancient India. It started in ancient India, that is Shastrartha. So what is Shastrartha is, it is more of an intellectual debate that used to happen. So in that space, what they used to do is they used to discuss this philosophical points, and spiritual and religious content. So they used to talk about Shastra is scripture and Artha is meaning. So there would be teams, there would be particular person who would interpret that scripture and say that this is the particular interpretation for this particular scripture that I have read. But there will be another party if they feel that the interpretation of the scripture is not right, then they would say that this is the actual interpretation and this is not. So this is how debates existed from very long time. Basically, it is started in ancient Roman Greek times and ancient Indian time, that is Shastrartha times. Okay, where the intellectual debates were revolving under the philosophy and religious subjects. So now tell me, debates originated in ancient Japan. Is it true or false? Okay, just now I explained. So definitely the answer here is false. Okay, it actually started in ancient India and Roman times. Next one is debates are usually seen on television, schools, and competitions. Right? True or false? Debates you see on these platforms in TVs, televisions, schools, and competitions. Okay. Yes, we did see in the beginning of the section that debates are used in meetings and competitions and in schools, right? So it is true. The next question here is a preposition is an attack on the opponent's argument. Is it true? What did I explain? Do you remember? What is preposition? If you remember what I've told about preposition, you will know the answer for this. So let me say preposition is the topic around which you have the discussion around. It's the topic around which the discussion is carried out. So preposition is not an attack on the opponent's argument. So it is a false answer. Next one, the affirmative side opposes the topic and presents arguments against the topic. Is it true? Affirmative. The word affirmative. Does the affirmative side oppose the topic and present arguments against the topic? Think, think, think. The word affirmative, do you think it is uh, to talk the negative side of the topic or the positive side of the topic? Yes, affirmative side is used to actually bring out the positive points. So this answer, it is false, right? It's a false statement. So the next one, the negative side neither opposes the topic nor supports it. Is it true? True or false? The negative side, what does the negative side do? Does does the negative side oppose or support? Or they don't do either of them? Okay, I think the answer is clear. It's a false statement because the negative side, it's very clear that they bring out the negative points about that particular topic under discussion. And yes, so that's about our revision. I hope you all have got these answers right. I saw a lot of comments coming in, participating, and nice. I see that you all have got these things straight and you answered a lot of questions right. So beautiful. Now the follow up, right? So it's almost the end of the session with the terminologies that we have discussed and the basics of debate, everything. But what I would like to tell is that unless and until you actually make it your part, right? Your learning has to become your part. That will happen only when you practice it, right? I really expect or appreciate each one of you if you can actually explain the same thing, what you've learned today about debate to someone in your family or a friend, or even your sibling, like, hey, this is what I learned in today's session. And that's what makes your learning uh, complete, right? The learning is complete only when you actually share with others, and that's when you get to know where you lack. Okay, what is it that you have not understood? So you will also get to know what you have not understood. At the same time, you are reinforcing what has been already learned in this session. Okay, you validate all the points while sharing it with others. What I did right now is just share my knowledge, my understanding, my teachings on debate, and that's helping me to make the learning part of me, making it go into the long term memory, right? So if you don't practice this, it will just be in your short term memory and you might forget it after some days. So, to make it part of you permanently, it is time for you to practice. Okay, so do this practice, do share with your sibling or mama or daddy. Just talk it out that this is what I learned in debating section, right? So that will really help us to learn. So another beautiful one thing that I want to mention here is what we've been doing in PSTV is all about making each one of you become a confident speaker, right? And this is just another skill which I would say which helps you to exercise the confidence muscle within you. It helps you to bring out that confidence within you when you actually involve in practicing such skills: debating, storytelling, right? Blogging, podcasting, TED Talks, all this topic, what is it revolving around? It's just to build that confidence within you, so that you become a confident public speaker, right? So these are all some skills which are there to help you to exercise the confidence muscle within us. We all have that confidence within us. We just need to, kind of give it that exercise that is required for it. Okay, so debating is one particular skill which you can develop, which you can practice, so that you can become more confident when you're talking anywhere. You want to address someone, your point of view, then this skill is very, very useful. Okay, so with that, we have come to end of our session. So what you can look forward in our next session is that how do we research for our debate? So if you want to take up a topic and you want to prepare on debating about that particular topic, if you want to talk for the topic or if you want to talk against the topic, how do you actually go on to collect the information necessary to present that particular topic, right? So in debate, it's very important that you do your homework, right? The homework is that you need to research what are the facts about it, what points actually are in favor of the particular topic that I'm choosing, what points are against the topic that I'm choosing, right? You need to do a thorough research on all the information that is available about that particular topic, right? So that's when you can be a good debater. You can add value to that particular platform, right? Give them all the facts, all the reasons why they have to trust about that particular statement or topic that is presented. Okay, and for that, we need to do our research. We need to get our research straight and get the topic um, thoroughly researched. Get all the content, all the information that is available about that particular topic. So we will understand how to go about and do a research um, for your particular debate topic. Okay, that's what we're going to see in our next episode, which is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And I'll be seeing you back with this particular topic. More details on how to research for our debate. Okay, so I would like to end our session with this. And as I keep telling my students everywhere I go, I would like to say that, be awesome, be yourself, and be ready to do great things, right? Because you are the future. You are the future for for next generations, right? Generations to come. So I encourage all of you to be awesome, to be yourself, and to be ready to do great things as you are the future of the world, right? With that, I end this session and thank you for being such lovely audience who have joined and actively participated in this particular session. I hope we learned a lot of things. And let's keep the learner within us alive and we come back tomorrow to learn more on debate in the light of researching our debate topic. Okay, so everyone take care and be safe, and I will see you all tomorrow. Right? Bye and take care.